Heated shenanigans, working stiffer than mannequins. Vader time like a mannequin. Mega powers, I'm savage and peep the babbling. Got him shook off the verbal acumen. I'm the main event, meaning nobody coming after him. The topics we be tackling, ankle locking and tapping them. I hate seafood, but I might throw the Boston crab on him. You know sometimes it gets heated. You know sometimes it gets heated.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into Heated Shenanigans podcast live stream of Monday Night Raw. Brett's finally back with us. Scott here, and we're your hosts for the next 3 hours of Monday Night Raw on Sci-Fi tonight, not on USA, I believe, due to the Olympics. Just want to welcome everybody in here. Get everything all nice and set up.
I did forget it was going to Sci-Fi. Yeah, I think you're right. It's all over Peacock.
I think it's the Olympics. I think that's why that switch.
Well, it used to be the dog show, right?
Oh my God. I was talking about that earlier. Like how we'd get screwed out of a whole week of WWE or WCW because of the dog show. Craig, what's going on, brother? Good to have you in the chat as always. Hopefully you're doing well out there. They're in St. Paul, Minnesota tonight. So this is the go home to SummerSlam. Gunther arriving. Brett, throughout the course of the show, we're gonna give our SummerSlam predictions here.
Okay.
What we think will happen from the matches that are confirmed.
Right.
There's a lot of matches speculated to be happening, but not yet confirmed.
I'm interested alone in this one just because of, like I said, I really think that Balor and the rest of them are going to kick Priest out at some point. But that being said, it looks like Balor's going to go get some hands tonight from Gunther.
Do you think the Wyatt Six have a match at SummerSlam?
Sadly, no. I don't even think we're going to see them. They'll be involved in that tag match they just announced, I believe, but I don't think so.
Well, I know we're kicking Raw off with the
the explanation of the rules, as if they were any different from any other match, but that's okay.
They'll be all right. They'll be different.
Yeah, I read the description saying Seth Rollins explains the rules of the match between those two.
I have a feeling so professional wrestling repeats itself ever so often. Does this not give you strong SummerSlam vibes of Undertaker versus Bret Hart when Shawn was the ref?
That, among some others, yeah. That's not, yeah.
So
right.
Let's look at the comparisons here. We have SummerSlam. Two guys that don't get along. You have Seth as the referee and the Shawn Michaels role. And coincidentally, the next upcoming pay-per-view will involve a Hell in a Cell, much like that match did.
Oh, good point. Very good point. Okay, that is direct history.
I have a feeling that the loser of this match between Punk and Drew will go on to face Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell. Dan, Seth's been in Becky's closet again.
Every time. I'll save it for the prediction there.
Okay.
I'll save it for
all
the
right.
prediction.
No, you
I was
got
about
something
to say where we were going there, but I'll wait. Yeah.
I have a feeling one of the stipulations is going to be Seth cannot physically touch either of them. Unless maybe provoked.
I figured he was putting his hands on both of them.
He looks like Beetlejuice.
Not necessarily a bad thing.
No, not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like...
I was just going to say, I hope he's not wearing that to ref in.
No, that's far too exotic.
Oh man.
The amount of drip coming off of Seth Rollins right now. So they're both going to come out, right? Like, there's no way he's going to get through this without.
I believe it said that Seth is going to explain the rules to them, was the description that I had read. So I'm expecting them both here.
I mean, if you want to take it up another level, the winner's the number one contender.
Can't go there.
Can't go there?
Can't go there.
Drip, drip, drippy drip.
If that were the case, then you may really get your wish with Priest losing the title.
Here comes CM Punk. Well, maybe.
Drew's going to carry him out on his shoulders again, you know?
Oh, that would be good. Well, there's CM Punk. That shirt, though.
You really like that shirt.
I'm a fan of that shirt.
I mean, CM Punk is probably my number one. Like, I mean, you know, it was always Orton, but Punk was definitely there. I was heartbroken when he left. Never really watched him in AEW either.
I mean,
but that is a nice shirt.
I got to buy some merch at SummerSlam.
I get a lot of Punk shirts, man. I get a lot of Punk shirts.
Oh. I think that one and the Chicago flag one, probably my two favorite designs by CM Punk.
Yeah. I actually did, I think, figure out the music here. You know, I told you at one point that I was like, I don't know why he can't use the original version he was.
Mm-hmm.
This is still Living Color, but I believe it is like they redid the song like in 2000 or something like that.
Like a mashup?
No, it was remastered. I believe it's kind of like what it was saying. Like, so they just redid it in 2000, and that's why it sounds different. So
yeah, Dan put Punk looks a lot happier the last 10 months than the previous 10 months.
Well, yeah, the bags under his eyes aren't as heavy. From all the sleep he was losing.
He transferred all those bags to his bank account.
Yeah. And he said, essentially, I'm not babysitting anymore.
It's something we could do. We could probably even just do a video about this later. How big is CM Punk if he never leaves? Does he pass Cena?
If he never leaves.
If he never left WWE, if Punk never left.
Man. You know, again, I wish he never would have.
Mm-hmm.
At least not on the way he did, just being gone abruptly. But I was praying for the day that he would come back. Kind of lost hope after a couple of years. I was like, it's not going to happen. But, man, I don't know. Especially after hearing this week that he said he wants them to solidify where he is with the company until he retires, is what Punk said. He is asking, I guess his contract was for 3 years, and now he is trying to get them to just sign him for the rest of his career, however long that may be.
I mean, how long does CM Punk really have left? 4 years? 5?
It sounded like 5 from what I was reading, at least. Like, either they were extending 5 years, so it'd be 8, or it would go from 3 to 5, is what I was collecting from the article.
Say, Dan, I think he'd be on Orton's level if he stayed.
Title wins? Maybe.
Could you imagine what a Bray Wyatt and a Punk feud would look like?
Oh.
What those promos would have been.
You're right. There was a lot of wasted time in there of no wrestling at all for him. But
I guess who's the biggest match we won't get because of Punk having left?
Bray Wyatt one's pretty up there. It's two talkers beyond belief. So, I mean, that's I would have loved to see that. That's for sure.
Punk Roman would have been on the table, I'm sure.
You know, it was on the tip of my tongue, but we were just watching the history of the Shield earlier, and I forgot that they actually had quite a long rivalry. I know they helped Punk, but I forgot that they had, like, you know, Punk defeated or Roman defeated Punk when Punk defeated the other two. So like
he was the only person to beat him.
Yeah, he was the only person that didn't lose to Punk when the Shield was slowly breaking up. But a Punk Roman now, yeah, that'd be good.
Jordan, this is going badly. I don't think this one will get physical. Okay, it might. Just quick reminder, guys, those in here, if you've not already, please hit that like button. Sharing is caring. Make sure to share the stream with your friends. Drop some comments in here. We're hanging out watching some Monday Night Raw here at Heated Shenanigans Podcast.
Tonight, the match at SummerSlam is off.
So neither of them can touch each other, and they can't touch him.
This is good storytelling by Punk getting out of the ring.
He's just gonna keep his distance.
Jordan, we're going to be doing some predictions here in a little bit. Probably at the first commercial, we'll do some predictions.
I'll just kind of take myself out of this situation.
Drew looks like you ordered Roddy Piper off of Wish. Oh my goodness.
That's not how this is going to work. And it's certainly not how SummerSlam is going to work.
Can we get Punk versus Roman? If the rumors are true and Netflix wants Roman badly, that's on the table.
But I can go right back there right now, take off this here referee shirt, give it to Adam Pearce, and the whole thing's on. But
They want Brett versus Punk.
I want to see.
I want Brett versus Punk.
So does Brett.
Look, again, teenage me definitely was all about Orton.
Mhm.
But man, Punk was the one that I followed on the indies all the way in. Like, Punk's the man. Follow him enough that I was like, he reminds me a lot of myself, or whichever way we want to call it. So, yeah. And I might be able to stand eye to eye with him. Unlike Drew. Drew be making me look like Jack Perry. He said you can't touch him. He broke the rules already.
Well, he's a heel. Why does Seth sabotage Becky's closet?
Because Becky ain't on TV. So I guess somebody's got to have her there.
The thing you're overlooking, however, is that if there's anybody that hates you as much as CM Punk, it's also me.
Make this a Hell in a Cell match.
Probably going.
2/3 of this will be in a Hell in a Cell.
You two shut up for about 3 seconds. I will get to the rules, and preparations for what will be a violent masterpiece at SummerSlam.
I can only hope it's Hell in a Cell.
E-bib.
There is only one regulation. You two will listen to everything I have to say. I call the shots. I'm the boss. I'm the law. I count to 3. I count to 3. You tap out when I say tap out. If there's a count out to be had, maybe there won't be any count outs. I don't know. I might count to 10. I might count to 20. I might count to 1,000,000.
Think Punk needs to grab some pointers from Hogan and darken that beard.
Harsh.
Dan's over here shooting on Punk. I'm a spiteful little bastard.
Kind of how I feel about myself sometimes. Well said. Well said.
I hope you referee way better than you dress. I don't believe you. You're a liar. You're going to be non-biased. You're going to call it in the middle. That's fine. If you plan on screwing me on Saturday, there's nothing I can do about that. I'll deal with you Saturday. Don't want you to. Never needed it. Never wanted it. Never wanted this. Fuck! I think you're worried about the wrong person right here. You should be worried about the 6'5", 280-pound I get screwed over and over again.
When was the last time we had a strap match? Because we need it between these two.
I think Cody's going to be the one doing strap matches and stuff of that nature with his dad having history, but would be a good one.
I mean, Punk did the babyface thing, so he doesn't want the help. Fragile Phil.
Leave him alone, man.
Leave him alone.
Heart was ripped out that night. I got to see him in a rumble. A rumble. Never watched any of his stuff in AEW, basically. That was it. Thanks, Drew.
Thanks, Drew. I'm calling it now. If Drew wins, because Seth does what Punk did to Drew at Clash at the Castle.
You want to know the best thing about it? Is it Cleveland is in a stadium. I'm going to get paid so much money to do something I would do for free.
This promo has been great.
For 10 years, I was absent from this company. They chanted my name.
Here we go.
Till Vince was saying, dumb it out, drown it out, so we can't hear it. But they could hear it in the arena.
Sing his song, they chant my name.
Hey, John, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well out there. Good to have you in here.
PDS, which is pump derangement syndrome, which you both clearly suffer from, is you get to be in my orbit. You get to breathe the rare air that CM Punk produces. I hope you enjoyed the last 6 months, because hurting CM Punk was the best thing to happen to your career. And the worst thing to happen to your career was hurting CM Punk.
I'm doing good, sir. Got a question about the House of Heat. Fire away, John. What do you got?
Big you are, how mean you are, you're stupid, and you continuously dumb yourself out of position. You dumb yourself out of the world title of WrestleMania. I'm your enemy. It's your worst. You are. And you're constant dumbing yourself out of position. You're going to do the same thing.
Damn, Punk.
Not as tall as you.
What's your thoughts on Zilla Fatu? You know, honestly, somebody I'd like to have at one of the shows. I think he has a lot to offer, and I think he's got a bright future in professional wrestling. Zilla's a bad man. Oh, he's got that bracelet.
He wants that. Seth's laughing about it.
Say his wife's name. Say it. Speak her into existence.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to lie. At first, I thought Rhea was in a teddy.
Oh, they broke it. In a what?
A teddy? Like, did you not see what Rhea Ripley's not wearing? I personally think Rhea should switch to her, this being a permanent ring outfit.
Oh.
I think Brett has a lot more to offer.
Oh, she's talking about Carlito. He's like, they broke the gaming system. She's like, why is he still here?
I think he'd be a great addition, and he just won the House of Glory wrestling strap over the weekend. Could potentially bring more eyes to your product as well, sir. Just like, oh yeah, Zilla's phenomenal. There are the circulating rumors that he is bound for WWE. So I feel if something were to happen, we are on a clock to make that happen. But it's definitely something I can't get into too much, but conversations are going to be had between Zilla and us.
Oh, Great American Bash is tomorrow.
Brett likes Rhea. Do you like Rhea?
Yeah, I've always liked Rhea. Yeah, since I like her transformation too. Like I remember when I was kind of like first seeing her come in, how she was just changing her look and style, if you will. But just yeah, it's like the more she's changed, the more it seems like she's just growing into this even bigger star, which she obviously is. So
this is amazing. Hey, expect the unexpected, my friend. Joe Hendry. Just quick reminder, guys, if you've not already, please do leave a like, drop a comment. If you have not already subscribed, please do subscribe. We got a lot of stuff coming up on this channel, a lot of stuff we've already put out, and we got more coming up. Right now, let's kind of give some SummerSlam predictions as we're getting upon the one of the big four pay-per-views. Brett, I want you to give your takes on this. We'll start with the match we just saw promoted. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. Special guest referee is one Seth Rollins. Who is winning and why?
Yeah. So I have Punk going up on this because,
Okay.
again, as they were stating in there, besides an appearance in the Rumble, this is his actual first match back in 10 years. Like, no way, no how can we have Punk losing this, aside from Punk being the one I want to win. However, this is what I was holding back through that, and I was like, I hope we start with this match. This is what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
Punk said he didn't want Seth's help. Seth is going to lay his hands on both of these guys. I definitely believe that. However, he is going to help Punk essentially by hitting Drew second in the match, leading to Punk winning.
Okay.
Fast forward, I believe that somewhere between, was it Bad Blood, right?
Yes.
Between Bad Blood and possibly the very next, Monday Night Raw, Drew is going to obliterate both of them. I don't want to say obliterate. That might be a lot. But I'm saying he's definitely going to attack them, and we are going to have a triple threat in the cell. That's what I think. That's how we get there. No title, but that's how we intertwine all these guys, because they wanted Seth and Punk at Mania. So they're like, we're just going to give you guys both. I don't see a return match between Drew and Punk right away. Like, not at the very next pay-per-view. They might do it on a Raw or something, but
I think that's a good assessment. I'm going to go with Drew. I think Drew's got to win this. Drew has been made to look a fool since WrestleMania, and I want to know where the placement of this is going to be, because this very easily could be the semi-main of the show.
definitely should be.
What are your thoughts on the Raw Women's Championship? Rhea Ripley going against the champion Liv Morgan.
Not sure how we're getting there after, but I will just say Dom is definitely costing Rhea the match. Whether that means that him and Liv will be a thing at the end of the match, or if it's just planting more seeds where it seems like Dom really slipped up this time. Because if Dom and Liv become a thing, then we've got to either kick out Rhea or Dom's kicked out of the group. And that just doesn't make sense to me right now. So I think it's just going to be Dom is costing Rhea and Liv's going to win, so we can continue on before Rhea has a match with Dom.
Do you think it would be wise to do the blatant screw job, or do you do it incidental and then save the actual purpose one at Hell in a Cell?
Ooh.
Or do you
That is a big moment to have the big turn, and I feel like that was something we've seen a lot of in like the Attitude Era, was those big turns. Like,
or is there any interest in money in a Dominic Mysterio Rhea Ripley Hell in a Cell match?
no,
Is there any interest?
No.
I didn't think there would be. I just asking.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But maybe Liv and Rhea in the cell, so Dom can't get involved.
Brett, do you have an opinion on this question? Does AJ Lee screw Drew on Saturday?
Nah, we won't see AJ. I don't think we'll see her.
She's showing up.
You need to save yourself. Look, Gunter, he didn't just insult you. He insulted everyone. Right? So you guys fix up the protest? Just so let's take that Sammy J. Sammy and Jay, bro, we hang with them. I feel like we're going back.
They're really going back to that Jey Uso thing.
Okay, well, listen, if you don't want to handle it, do what you do. I got it. Oh, we didn't. So Sami Zayn.
Okay. I actually do want to see that match.
Does three-man band return to WWE? Highly unlikely.
Stop it. Hey, yo, congrats to Jinder. He just won a title.
Black Label Pro, right?
That I'm not sure. I just saw an article say he won.
Or was it GCW? I think it was Black Label Pro. I think that he won the Black Label Pro title. You've got the only thing we get the Wyatts in this? I have to say the most impressive thing is they've continually kept Tozawa on TV.
True. And he's just adapted into anything they offer him, really.
Free Otis, is that what the t-shirt says?
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Rhea versus Liv, but we all know Liv retaining because Dom will screw Rhea, leading to Rhea versus Dom ladder match. The custody match. That's what we want. We want custody of Dom.
Oh, yeah, that bottom right there.
Whoa, look at that suplex variation.
That was nice. Prediction there in the bottom right, by the way, from me.
What was that prediction? I missed it.
It's Roxanne Perez versus Thea Hale. I think I do believe that Thea Hale's gonna win the title this time.
God, I hope so.
I think they're about ready to bring Roxanne up.
Can't wait for the Wyatts. I'm with that, Dan. I am with that.
Well, much as I like Tozawa and Otis here, I think we're going to have to see a beatdown after the match in order for that to be a thing. Or maybe Gable tries to recruit them back again and they just say no before the Wyatts show up.
Creed Brothers look fresh from wrestling at GCW Bloodsport Sunday afternoon. The Creed Brothers work GCW? Dang. I know Shayna Baszler worked Bloodsport recently.
Oh.
Did he fall?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Tozawa. Oh!
Yeah, he fell there.
Yeah, he fell there. All right, guys. Well, we're going to go to commercial break. We will be right back. We are going to play some clips from some prior guests on the podcast, and we will see you once we come back from break.
WWE was my developmental. And I think a lot of people thought that was like a dig at WWE or an insult towards them, but it wasn't. Because I believe that WWE set me up for this run right now. It taught me all the things that I need to know to be the number one guy on the indies. So if anybody says, like, oh, he's just an ex-WWE guy, I'm fucking proud of that. I was there for over a decade, did a lot of fucking cool things. I believe I changed the business with Z True Long Island story. I maybe when I die, I'll finally get credit for it. But, I'm not insulted by that ex-WWE guy. And you never know. Maybe one day I will end my career there. I always thought I would be a WWE lifer, but I needed to get released. I needed to go away. It needed to happen, and it did. And now look, 2022, independent wrestler. I don't care. WWE was my developmental. And I think a lot of people thought that was like a dig at WWE or an insult towards them, but it wasn't. Because I believe that WWE set me up for this run right now. It taught me all the things that I need to know to be the number one guy on the indies. So if anybody says, like, oh, he's just an ex-WWE guy, I'm fucking proud of that. I was there for over a decade, did a lot of fucking cool things. I believe I changed the business with Z True Long Island story. I maybe when I die, I'll finally get credit for it. But, I'm not insulted by that ex-WWE guy. And you never know. Maybe one day I will end my career there. You know, I always thought I would be a WWE lifer, but I needed to.
One of those bookings that just kind of happened, and then, we all, put our creative minds together and, kind of just added on different things from the Worm to the, to the Michael Jackson to the, to the dancing part of Too Cool, and we kind of made it our own when we came out for the first time together, and then tried something different at the end, where usually you see a wrestler, they win, they raise their hand, the referee, boom, the music hits, they're out. And so we just said, man, why don't we try something different? How about they raise their hand, they go to raise their hand, but we turn that whole place into a nightclub, have the lights dimmed down from fireworks go, and then we just bust a move. Let's just try something together. We don't dance. Well, we can just try it and see if it works. And by the time we tried it, you already know, Too Cool.
All right, guys, what's going on? Brett stepped out to get a quick bite of some Taco Bell, but we'll be back momentarily. Let's get some of these comments here. We're on commercial break. I like Ninja Tozawa better. I'm going to agree with you on that one. Why did Julius and yes, they did. Julius and Brutus were there. It was on Ringside News. They actually did the MVP show. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that one. Otis is coming in Big House of Fire. Big clothesline to one half of Creed Brothers. I think Brett might be right there that we're going to get a beatdown and then the Wyatts are going to pop up.
Okay. Well, I do have to say, since you were kind of, I think you said, will we see the Wyatts at SummerSlam?
Uh-huh.
Do you think that there's a possibility this sets up for an Uncle Howdy versus Chad Gable at SummerSlam? Or is there too much already going on, I feel like?
I don't.
It would be a short match, I'm sure. But
you would have to definitely make it somewhat of a squash for Uncle Howdy to sell the gimmick, the character of.
Oh, for sure.
Jesus. Dan is just murdering people. Maxine is better outside the ring than in.
Hey.
Dan, have you ever thought about being a heel manager at all?
You must not have watched Eva Marie work.
Maxine
can at least go a little bit, yeah?
Now they start putting the boots to him?
Yup.
Here we go. Beatdown. Oh, I thought he hit Maxine.
Someone's getting canceled. You can't kill Master Gable?
Oh, here comes.
That's a good sign. Smack him.
That was a pretty light slap.
Jesus.
She got to throw hands with Master Gable. Oh, here we go. I think we might get a match at SummerSlam.
Man.
Let's see.
the holy shit chance started again.
Here come the Wyatts. There's 3 of them.
6-man tag.
There's 3 Wyatts that have come out. There's 3 members of Creed Brothers and Chad Gable.
I feel like they move a little faster.
Yeah, there's a little bit of pep in that step.
Than they did, in the Wyatt family days.
I mean, I think this would be a good 3-on-3.
The masks are coming off.
Look at that. Listen to that pop.
Oh my goodness! Daniel taking out the Creed brothers frozen in fear, and the Wyatt 6 and the Creed brothers.
I like the lighting change. That was a cool spot.
That was my old tag partner, nice finisher. Along with the snow.
The Wyatt 6 strike. Gable has escaped.
There's one missing. And I think we found him.
Or has he? Gable retreating, running away from
Gable don't want that smoke. Woo! All right, guys.
Good.
We're going back to commercial break. We will see you guys when the break is over.
With Roman and, the Usos and now Solo Sikoa and, a few other family members that has yet to join the crew. I think, to me, I'd have to say the Bloodline era is probably the, best era in this family moving forward, and, because of just how the times have changed, and, what the kids have done to be able to, I love it that we have our Polynesian people out front and center, and we're not that, stigma of, being animals. Like, we got college educated kids in the front line, kids that can speak, kids that, we do wear shoes, our ways of our cultures of wanting to be the best. And with Roman and, the Usos and now Solo Sikoa and, a few other family members that has yet to join the crew. I think, to me, I'd have to say the Bloodline era is probably the, best era in this family moving forward, and, because of just how the times have changed, and, what the kids have done to be able to, I love it that we have our Polynesian people out front and center, and we're not that, stigma of, being animals. Like, we got college educated kids in the front line, kids that can speak, kids that, we do wear shoes, our ways of our cultures of wanting to be the best. And with Roman and, the Usos and now Solo Sikoa and,
So during the pandemic, that's when I started doing it, when TikTok became really popular with the dances. And my mom lived with me for a little while in my townhouse. And, she was like obviously unemployed at the time because of COVID. So I would like throw my mom in a lot of these dances. So my mom just recently actually said, she was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did these dances with you. She's like, I look terrible. How'd you make me do this? So I actually laughed because I would force her to do them with me. So I'd say those dances that I used to do, the ones that were really trendy, were a lot of fun. I did them I did some multiple times, which I don't know. And some of them when I just watch, I'm just ooh, they're a little cringe, but I think it's funny. And I think people could relate to that as well. Cause they may look at me and think that I'm more serious and I'm not really silly like that. So during the pandemic, that's when I started doing it, when TikTok became really popular with the dances. And my mom lived with me for a little while in my townhouse. And, she was obviously unemployed at the time because of COVID. So I would throw my mom in a lot of these dances. So my mom just recently actually said, she was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did these dances with you. She's like, I look terrible. How'd you make me do this? So I actually laughed because I would force her to do them with me. So I'd say those dances that I used to do, the ones that were really trendy, were a lot of fun. I did them I did some multiple times, which I don't know. And some of them when I just watch, I'm just ooh, they're a little cringe, but I think it's funny. And I think people could relate to that as well. Cause they may look at me and think that I'm more serious and I'm not really silly like that.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Just saw the Wyatts attack the Creed brothers and Chad Gable. You think this leads to a match?
We were supposed to take care of Sami Zayn. I thought you meant that. Okay, yeah, Sean can handle Sami Zayn, okay? Yeah, and now.
Yeah, but not Jay.
So take care of Jason, right? You can feel. Look, this is your mess. Something up. You handle Jay.
There's a lot of dissension amongst the Judgment Day.
Yeah, right. I'm wondering if Chad Gable says he doesn't want anything to do with Uncle Howdy, but it does lead to a six-man tag. I don't know though. I think they've got a lot going on at SummerSlam. I don't know if they will do that. But back to that, was that not Liv that destroyed the locker room? Is that where we're at? They really think it was Jay and Sammy, or
I don't think it was Jay and Sammy. It had to have been Liv.
is that? I'm confused. I thought that Liv was the culprit, but now they're just focusing on these two.
Well, Dom is focusing on Jay Uso
For messing with Rhea.
Rhea.
That's right. Because he's got to distract her from actually what he's got going on with Liv.
There's a deadbeat Ray joke in there somewhere about taking somebody but his kid to Wingstop. We get Pete Dunne, or is this a Bronson? That's a Bronson. Modern day Bam Bam Bigelow. I would have liked to have seen the trajectory of his career if he would have been able to enter that elimination chamber.
Yeah.
Because he was replaced. I can't remember by who, but he got replaced.
He got injured, right? Or he was sick?
I believe his wife had a child. There are so many stories that they have going on in WWE right now that they could add to SummerSlam, but I don't know if they need. They've got a damn good card already.
Yeah, I was about to say throw Pete Dunne. It's going to be a triple threat, but I don't know if SummerSlam has the room for it right now. Wasn't there a rumor that next year it's going to two nights?
2 nights. It'll be 2 nights by the time we get it.
Not going to complain about that.
You will when you see the ticket
I was
prices.
about to say, is it ticket per night?
yes, it is.
Yeah, crazy.
Bro, they do no BOGO on that event.
I wish we could.
No stories in AEW except DMD versus CEO. Please don't go back to commercial. Big clothesline.
Now. Sorry. I was about to say, and now.
It's been 4 minutes. We got to go back. Back to commercial. All right, guys. We will be back once WWE is back.
WWE was my developmental. And I think a lot of people thought that was like a dig at WWE or an insult towards them, but it wasn't. Because I believe that WWE set me up for this run right now. It taught me all the things that I need to know to be the number one guy on the indies. So if anybody says, like, oh, he's just an ex-WWE guy, I'm fucking proud of that. I was there for over a decade, did a lot of fucking cool things. I believe I changed the business with Z True Long Island story. I maybe when I die, I'll finally get credit for it. But, I'm not insulted by that ex-WWE guy. And you never know. Maybe one day I will end my career there. I always thought I would be a WWE lifer, but I needed to get released. I needed to go away. It needed to happen, and it did. And now look, 2022, independent wrestler. I don't care. That's WWE was my developmental. And I think a lot of people thought that was like a dig at WWE or an insult towards them, but it wasn't. Because I believe that WWE set me up for this run right now. It taught me all the things that I need to know to be the number one guy on the indies. So if anybody says, like, oh, he's just an ex-WWE guy, I'm fucking proud of that. I was there for over a decade, did a lot of fucking cool things. I believe I changed the business with Z True Long Island story. I maybe when I die, I'll finally get credit for it. But, I'm not insulted by that ex-WWE guy. And you never know. Maybe one day I will end my career there. I always thought I would be a WWE lifer, but I needed to get released. I needed to go away. It needed to happen, and it did. And now look, 2022, independent wrestler. I don't care. That's WWE was my developmental.
With Roman and, the Usos and now Solo Sikoa and, a few other family members that has yet to join the crew. I think, for me, I'd have to say the Bloodline era is probably the, best era in this family moving forward, and, because of just how the times have changed, and, what the kids have done to be able to, I love it that we have our Polynesian people out front and center, and we're not that, stigma of, being animals. Like we got college educated kids in the front line, kids that can speak, kids that, we do wear shoes, our ways of our cultures of wanting to be the best. And with Roman and, the Usos and now Solo.
All right, we are back finally from yet another commercial break. Sheamus just got leveled. I think he popped him right on the ear.
Yeah, they'll say like that or the traps. They'll be hurt again, Sheamus. Oh. Oh my God! Perspiration off that man's body.
Oh! God! Oh, that should have been the finish. That should have been it.
Replay in slow motion.
God.
Come on.
Here we go. God, what a knee. Damn, all right, Sheamus.
Been a while since I seen him do that.
Lucha Sheamus. I know some referees would have asked if that was the finish.
I'm assuming we're gonna get Pete Dunne at some point.
Love Pat McAfee. Hey, we all love Pat. I would imagine I could see Pete being the reason Sheamus does not win this. I really wish they had put these guys on pay-per-view, though. Oh, God. That's it. Oh, he kicked out.
Golly.
Oh, he took that right on his ass. Sci-Fi definitely got a good week of Raw.
Yeah. Well, and they're gonna get they get the go home and the follow up. Yeah, Sci-Fi got it.
Was it Raw on Sci-Fi for a while, or was it ECW?
ECW definitely was, but I thought it was SmackDown that ran on.
It was SmackDown.
Yeah, for a while.
Bronson had enough.
Yeah. That's That's where I would be after a couple. What the heck is he caught on? Oh, come on. Ref, you gotta have him unstuck, right?
Oh, the shillelagh.
Wow.
The shillelagh.
Wow.
Well, that's it.
That's it.
Oh.
It is kind of interesting though. Like the group just fizzled apart and didn't break up, and now they're revisiting.
After Ridge Holland got released.
Did he get released?
I think he did.
No, he was. I think he's with Chase U. He's back in NXT.
Tonight's 6-6 profiles on Dexter. Shit, gonna have to catch up. They have not shown that yet on Raw. That has not been shown yet. The Wyatts did show up and beat the mess out of the Creed brothers. Ridge is in NXT, went back to college trying to bang the cheerleader. Aren't we all? So, question. Do you watch a lot of TV shows?
Not so much anymore. Back when I had cable, yeah, I mean, but since then, I can barely even have time for a movie anymore.
Have you watched Blue Mountain State?
Oh, I'm familiar with Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, hell
I mean,
yeah.
that was still in my cable days, so yeah, I'm familiar.
Phenomenal show. Bang the cheerleader, bang the world. That could be the next Bret Havoc t-shirt. It's banger after banger, but it's bang her. I'm giving you heel gold here.
I'm picking you up. I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
Female cheerleaders.
Been around a few cheerleaders or two, I guess, in my day.
No idea of what that's like. Here's a guy, Gunther, that grew up with
So Finn cost him the match?
Priest is retaining.
No. Please no.
I know where you're at on it, but
I'm completely unbiased.
now, by chance, if Priest loses, he's definitely getting kicked out the next night. But Priest is not losing.
You don't think he is?
If it's one-on-one, straight up, I'm not sure how Priest retains. But where has Ludwig been through all this? Because if he's just waiting to
Probably the same place Giovanni Vinci's been, the Performance Center.
Okay. So they're just gonna put those two back together. You know, they attack each other and then they just get back together.
I hope not. I want to see Priest versus Gunther, Hell in a Cell. Gunther wins.
Respectfully, at this juncture, I think I'm good with the one and done.
Ludwig is hurt.
Is he hurt? Okay. It just seemed like he was attacking everybody, and then he went off TV.
Well, this will make Rikishi happy. Jay's on TV. Oh, it didn't come through the crowd, though. Ludwig is carrying Tiffany's briefcase. Gonna get it polished up for her.
Different brands, Raw and SmackDown. Come on. Good joke, though. That was good.
Tiffany is nursing him back to
And
health.
Tiffany's briefcase got broken, actually, so she doesn't have a briefcase anymore.
That's part of why I don't think she's going to cash in on SummerSlam. We haven't seen the new briefcase unless they show it on SmackDown. Because you know WWE is not going to miss an opportunity to turn a profit off of her briefcase.
Oh, absolutely. And right before SummerSlam, so it's definitely going to be fresh.
They'll have it on the shelves. Yeah. You can spend probably $79.99 on a briefcase. So, okay, I found this out a few years ago when I went to SmackDown. Do you know when you buy a shirt at a live event, they charge you shipping and handling?
No.
Swear to God. I had bought one of the mini John Cena t-shirts, and they charge shipping and handling. $5. I'll walk across the counter and get it my damn self. Like,
I could have swore they were at retail price.
No, they are retail price, but there's that $5 shipping and handling fee. You know, to hand me the shirt
Across
the table, or slide it to me. Between WrestleCon and SummerSlam, I am terrified how much I'm going to spend.
Well,
the merch is worth it. You are 100% right. 100% right.
be well worth it.
The goal, I mean, Trish is at WrestleCon, so's Kevin Nash. Sting. I would definitely like to meet Trish while at WrestleCon. That opportunity does not present itself
very often.
Ever. A lot of talent at WrestleCon. A lot of talent. Our friends over at Big Event New York are bringing in the Garcia twins, Nikki and Brie, formerly the Bellas. Tori Wilson will be at WrestleCon as well. Yes. Ultimate Stars, great group of people bringing her in. The Pink Money in the Bank debuts Friday, so SummerSlam store in Cleveland. Have you seen Deadpool yet?
I did not see the new one yet. No. But I did just hear that somebody made an appearance.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil anything for those who haven't seen it. In the comments, be respectful. Have you seen Deadpool vs. Wolverine? And did you like it better than the other two? Let us know in the comments. But please be respectful. Do not spoil anything in the comments. But I do know, like, at a lot of the WWE events, the merch that's out is specifically tied to the talent that's on the show. So I don't think they're going to have a bunch of, like, older stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they want to put on display most of the people that are there on top of the SummerSlam t-shirt and stuff.
Though, if there's a Roman Reigns t-shirt.
Man, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because if he comes back, it's got to be at the end of the show. So do they just, like, say they're shutting down and then all of a sudden they like, hey, when his music hits, bust open those boxes so people can buy Roman shirts on the way out. Man, we're seeing Roman, right?
I hope to God we see Roman.
Okay.
That would be splendid. I would love to be at the show where Roman makes his return, and I swear to God, if it's just Jimmy Uso, I'm going to be pissed. I'd be okay with Paul. I would be okay with Paul. Jimmy, respectfully, I would feel betrayed. So Saturday was somebody special and loved it.
But Jay is on Raw, so Jay's got to be like the last guy that they pull in for this match against the Bloodline. Jimmy and Roman can come back. Like, Roman comes back. But that's what I'm saying. Is he really going to save Cody? Or not save, but is he going to take out all of the new Bloodline when he comes back?
Did Braun Breaker dye his hair?
I think he got a spray tan.
The SummerSlam store will have all kinds of merch. And they're going to have all kinds of money coming their way, too. Bloodline. When Cody Rhodes came back to WWE at WrestleMania 38, they had his shirt already printed and had it for sale at the event.
Oh, like, because he was surprise opponent.
He was a surprise opponent. Yeah.
Okay, so interesting. Thank you for that.
Thank you,
I
Craig.
was kind of wondering.
Can't wait for Braun to win. Me too.
I am going to get a refill before this match starts.
Say Brett's dipping out here, but yeah, somebody put out here in the comments here. Yeah, second biggest heel turn ever. Robert Downey Jr. now the new Doom. Super looking forward to seeing Robert Downey Jr.'s take on the character. If this is some way a lead-in back to Iron Man at some point, I would be very interested. Marvel needs Robert Downey Jr. They need Iron Man. Not necessarily Iron Man, but Robert Downey Jr. They definitely need. Only Hogan was bigger. Bigger than what?
Yeah, bigger what?
Bigger what?
What are we talking bigger?
What are we talking about bigger with Hogan?
Bigger promos? Because I've been watching a lot of the NW. Like, I'm in 97 right now. Fall Brawl. There's a long Hogan promos every single show. I mean, Scott. Sorry, I'll wrap this up. You know how it goes. When things are going a little too long, somebody gives you a cue like, hey, the music's playing, the promo's over. Hogan just kept going. He just kept going through them. I'm like, man, no one is telling him to stop.
They don't need their airtime. Well, there is a multiverse that Iron Man becomes Dr. Doom. I think that's what they're going to go with. I hope so. Gold star. Hogan, biggest heel turn ever. I would agree.
Even when the brain said, whose side is he on?
Do you know there were two names pitched for that turn? One was Sting. Up until Hogan went out, it was Sting. That was the plan.
That would have really changed the landscape of a lot of things.
It respectfully would have put WCW out of business sooner. Bret Hart's name was actually discussed as one of the guys, too. Carlito's really had a good run, the second run in WWE.
I still will have to say that one of my favorite matches was, I would say probably one of, because I'm sure they had many, but it was a match between Randy and Carlito, I believe at Unforgiven, like 06 maybe, for the IC title. That was a good match. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, hot finish for sure.
Carlito Ric Flair at Unforgiven was another good one, too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My brothers Hall and Nash carried Hulk. Hulk found out how to be a heel from Hall and Nash. So maybe an interesting development. Let's say Carlito wins. I don't think he beats Jay, but let's say he does. Judgment Day come out to beat up Jey Uso. What if Rhea stops him?
I don't think we're going to see any of that. They're busy in the back right now, but
rebuilding their clubhouse.
Yeah. I feel like you're thinking there. Sounds like Rhea is like trying to figure out why Carlito's still here.
It's like, who let you in? All right. Well, WWE is back on commercial, so we will see you guys when they're back from commercial as well. All right, guys, we're back. Carlito Jey Uso.
Oh. Okay, so kind of into predictions, but kind of not. Carlito and Jay both don't have matches at SummerSlam, do they?
Nope. Finn's not on it either.
So the tag titles aren't being defended, at least as of right now.
I've come to expect that from WWE, regardless of who's booking.
Well, it sounds like DIY is about to drop their tag titles before SummerSlam. So,
Damn. Do you think by now in the singles run, Jay should have had a mid-card title?
oh yeah. But I did start to eat that up when I realized, and I didn't realize till they had pointed out in commentary that Jimmy cost his brother every single time. So, but I think that's done. Like they're definitely reforming. But I still would like to see them each get like U.S. Intercontinental, respectfully, get their run. Maybe even both world titles one day. That'd be cool.
You know, Jay's only won one title since leaving the Bloodline, and it was a tag team title with Cody Rhodes. This company is allergic to letting Jay be successful on his own.
They had the tag titles?
They had him for a couple of weeks.
Before Cody won the belt?
I believe so, because I think they beat Judgment Day.
Okay.
It was a very short-lived run.
Okay. I was just confirming. I was like, he didn't lose him after he won the belt, right?
He just flipped the ref off?
He did something.
He's going to super kick him. He's going to spit that apple everywhere. Spear.
I did tell you that the night I met Carlito, the man did have a whole bag of apples.
Man's living the gimmick.
He gave one to whoever wanted some.
Just make sure the locker room got fed. Not all the promoters buy food.
Man, it was funny though. Whole bag. He's like, I only needed a couple. He's like, you guys want any of these?
Thank you so much. I'm here with Selena Vega, who's coming out with impressive victory last week over Sophie Stark, despite not being 100%, which begs the question, Selena, how's the arm? It feels good. Arm feels good. But you know what? I know I was reluctant. Cheated, Tana, and Ryder on my back last week. Because we all know, Team Forehead, Shayna, Zoe, and Sonya, they had this epidemic. Little old me, right? You know what? I needed that. Because what was done to me created me. And reminded me of who the hell I am. Because Alina Vega is a threat.
Not while in LWO. Were they in an elevator?
I said you actually took 3 or 2 to beat me. Interesting. But what are they doing? Well, I was sure we're starting.
Oh, that re-broke it.
Yeesh.
She could sell it. That would be great. She is no sold.
She was in shock.
I was too when she no sold. Wow. All right, guys. We'll be back with you once they're back from break.
That's a good question. Ooh, I'd have to think. I don't know. I feel like I have so much of my gear. Maybe the pink one with Dana Brooke. I think I don't know if I have that one, but we were told that right after we wore that like they didn't approve that gear for some reason. I don't know why, but it wasn't really that flashy anyway. But it was just something they just didn't like. So we were like, all right, cool. But like we literally just got it made and we were like, oh, that's a waste of money. That's a good question. So during the pandemic, that's when I started doing it, when TikTok became really popular with the dances. And my mom lived with me for a little while in my townhouse. And, she was like obviously unemployed at the time because of COVID. So I would like throw my mom in a lot of these dances. So my mom just recently like actually said, she was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did these dances with you. She's like, I look terrible. How'd you make me do this? So I actually laughed because I would like force her to do them with me. So I'd say like those dances that I used to do, the ones that were really trendy, were a lot of fun. I did some multiple times, which like, I don't know. And some of them when I just watch, I'm just like, ooh, they're a little cringe, but I think it's funny. And I think people could relate to that as well. Cause like they may look at me and think that I'm more like serious and I'm not really like, like silly like that. So during the pandemic, that's when I started doing it, when TikTok became really popular with the dances. And my mom lived with me for a little while in my townhouse. And, she was like obviously unemployed at the time because of COVID. So I would like throw my mom in a lot of these dances. So my mom just recently like actually said, she was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did these dances with you. She's like, I look terrible. How'd you make me do this? So I actually laughed because I would like force her to do them with me. So I'd say like those dances that I used to do, the ones that were really trendy, were a lot of fun. I did some multiple times, which like, I don't know. And some of them when I just watch, I'm just like, ooh, they're a little cringe.
One of those bookings that just kind of happened, and then we all put our creative minds together and kind of just added on different things, from the worm to the to the Michael Jackson to the to the dancing part of Too Cool, and we kind of made it our own when we came out for the first time together, and then tried something different at the end, where usually you see a wrestler, they win, they raise their hand, the referee, boom, the music hits, they're out. And so we just, man, why don't we try something different? How about they raise their hand? They go to raise their hand, but we turn that whole place into a nightclub. Have the lights dimmed down from fireworks go, and then we just bust a move. Let's just, try something together. We don't dance. Well, we can just try it and see if it works. And by the time we tried it, you already know, Too Cool and Rikishi's born then.
Welcome back, guys. We're live with the Miz.
Will be hosted by the Miz. Right back, we will be hosting SummerSlam in my house of Cleveland, Ohio. What's up, dog?
I forgot they even were on Raw after they lost those tag titles.
No.
How are you going to host the whole SummerSlam in your house in Cleveland? Hosting SummerSlam. Talking about minutes. Cleveland. Hosting SummerSlam. Simple as that. I know. Be a host, you got party favorites, hors d'oeuvres. I'll bring the ice.
I'll bring the ice.
Host. Not a bad host. Say less. Not bringing hors d'oeuvres. No, there are no hors d'oeuvres. Who wants hors d'oeuvres? Fine, I'll bring hors d'oeuvres.
Everyone getting an A&E biography now. You get an A&E biography, and you get an A&E biography. Oh yeah, Cody was over in Japan and picked up another piece of his dad's gear. Oh, so now WWE decides to do a good AJ and Shinsuke match. I'm not going to lie. I'm about over New Day.
Well, I believe they just said that Kofi wrestled Sammy, but got hurt again, re-aggravating his shoulder.
If you look, the pop is not there anymore for New Day.
Now the one-man act.
Oh, yay. Final Testament time. That's what we want to see. Oh, fun fact. Apparently, there's been multiple reports and pictures. Jesse Ventura is backstage at WWE Raw.
Oh,
The Body is backstage.
okay.
Which that's big because he's been shitting on them for years. I'm about New Day to out. I think a lot of people are. I hope Cross takes him, destroys him. Cross kind of looks like Rene Dupree.
Yeah, I can see that now that you say that.
Yeah, minus the talent. It's new WWE. No Vince. The Hall of Famers are old and vets love Hunter. Oh, and a Karrion Kross promo. We should feel so lucky.
Do you really believe that? I think Kofi skipped town for two reasons. One, because the whole world for once isn't revolving around him. It's revolving around you. He can't stand it. And the other reason he skipped town is because, let's face it, nobody wants to be in this hellhole, Minnesota.
That dude should have came out with a Packers jersey.
Now, I want to give you a way out of this thing, because I still believe in you. I just have a couple things I want you to do for me tonight. The first of it, I want you to join the Final Testament live here on Raw tonight.
And I want them to cut his mic.
Listen, man. And the second thing I want you to do is, I want you to tell the little kids at home watching that the power of positivity was always one big lie. And here's the last thing. This one is not that big of a deal, but it's really important to me. I want you to tell that one-armed bastard, Kofi Kingston, that he should have retired after he lost the WWE title in just 6 seconds. Xavier Woods is hurt, and he goes right after Karrion Kross. Bell ranks matchup and land Woods unloading on Kross. One last attempt to sway Xavier Woods by Karrion Kross. Instead, he just disrespects him. Woods isn't going to hear it. And Xavier Woods now sitting to the floor. Xavier Woods, former king of the ring, has taken.
Oh, yeah, he did win King of the Ring, didn't he?
We were both about to say, oh yeah.
Were they out of other options?
I'm sure there was an idea behind it somewhere.
I don't know about that. Cross ain't lying. I mean, at least this is like at the midpoint of the show, so we're getting ready to presumably reveal Liv Morgan destroyed the set, not Jey Uso.
should be about to Finn and Gunther, to that match as well.
Our main event, presumably.
You think so?
I think it'd be a good main event.
Oh, for sure. I guess that would be our option on there.
I feel Priest should try to get involved, but it costs Finn.
I don't know. Remember you said he's being the respectful champion, but I guess I forgot they did brawl it out.
Well, Dan knows how it works. Ready for 14 to 16 commercials? It's terrible. What if Liv did not destroy the set? Just saying.
Then dog.
What if it was Finn? What if it was an internal job?
I'm gonna go with Liv, but I see where you're at.
What if it was Ludwig?
It was Liv and Finn. They were working together.
Yeah, Liv had to get the stuff that Finn couldn't reach.
Well, he doesn't have much more height to offer there, right?
No.
So we go with the prediction here while we're on commercial.
Sure.
Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
So,
Let's go with the biggie.
I was about to say,
Who's walking out of SummerSlam the world WWE World Champion?
you're talking about the Priest
Solo.
and Gunther.
I'm talking Solo Sikoa and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Oh, Cody's retaining. We can't have Cody drop the title, then Roman come back and just push him to the side. We got to get Solo off of Cody's back, and that's how it's got to happen. Roman's got to interject, take Solo away.
If I may play devil's advocate, SummerSlam is normally won by heels. And keep in mind, how many people had on their bingo cards a young upstart Randy Orton getting the arguable upset over Benoit?
I didn't see it coming. I didn't see that coming.
Here's the other big question. Does a Solo Roman run need the title?
No.
I think the more they keep showing how good Jacob Fatu is, a title on Solo might be mandatory. Because, clearly, Jacob is that dude. The only problem is, Solo, I understand the delivery of how he's delivering his promos, but he has the personality of wallpaper.
I believe he had to go a different route to be the new tribal chief, to take comparisons of himself and Jacob Fatu being too similar, if that makes sense. That's why I think it's going that way too. But you're right, it's not, because he's not the real tribal chief, as Paul Heyman said.
I think it's got to be that's definitely the main. If Roman's coming out, nothing's topping that. Nothing's going to outdo Roman's return.
Now, if Cody is not in the main event, I don't think we see Roman coming back.
If Cody is not in the main event, Cody is not winning the title. Cody is not retaining. If that match is not the main event, Cody is not winning.
Really? I think he's going to retain either way, but your thoughts?
You could, again, I know that's not the booking that we've been getting, is hot dog and the belt back and forth. You could let Solo run with it for a few months, and then maybe Roman cost him it back to Cody. Cody's got the belt going into WrestleMania, and Cody's a 2-time champion.
Oh, okay. So you think it doesn't hurt necessarily? We know we're not getting his title run is not going to be as long as Roman's, but that's what you think. It's going to be he loses, but he can get it back, and he starts racking up some title runs there.
I would say if Cody had not lost to Solo, had Solo not got that win at Money in the Bank, this would be a must win for Solo. Solo would have to beat Cody. But he did get him. So I guess we'll see. But Dan had said Brett is onto something. Liv and Finn take over Judgment Day. We've also got some other responses. Cody wins by DQ. Solo.
I think it's disappointing for us if it does end in DQ, but I don't disagree with you, because I do believe a DQ would mean a bigger possibility of Roman returning to help.
Oh, they're going to show. There it is. The body. Well, you know Vince didn't write that dialogue. Are they going to interview Jesse? No.
Thank you so much. I am here with Sami Zayn. Sami, I know you were just minutes away from taking on Dominic Mysterio and days away from defending this very title, but I was hoping to get your reaction to what Braun Breaker had to say.
I do like the different locations for the backstage interviews.
I think he's right behind the curtain right now.
He even said it himself. The reason that I beat him is because he took it as a foregone conclusion that he was just going to destroy me.
Just random observation. Is that a bottle of mustard on that table?
Clearly, he's not doing that anymore. I know that because he's taking every opportunity.
That or a yellow bottle of Prime?
Even last week.
Get the sponsor in there.
I finally get to share the ring again with my Oos, my dog, Jey Uso. Reunited finally in the ring. And yet again, a cheap shot from behind. So every week, spear after spear after spear. It's fine, I get it.
Dan, that's paint. That's depressing. I was hoping it was mustard.
But this time around, my attitude's different too. This time it's not about trying to teach the young guy to respect me. It's not about trying to teach anybody lessons.
WD-40.
Beating his ass at SummerSlam. And as far as Judgment Day and Dominic Mysterio, I'm going to go handle that business right now.
Looks like Sammy's on his way out.
Sami Zayn, who is also being pulled in many different directions, tonight has to focus on Dominic Mysterio.
So Sammy versus Dom.
So Sammy has to be one of our title changes at SummerSlam.
I think it's a foregone conclusion. Sammy is definitely losing at SummerSlam. Oh, right, Dan? I'm rooting for Braun on Saturday. But, man, Scott, I can't wait to sing Sammy's song. Sammy's song, Seth, Cody.
You know, here's the thing, though. I feel like they've done it with both mid-card titles, but this one being specific, Gunther had that title for the longest time. A heel loses to a babyface, and now we're going to go back to a heel again in a very short amount of time.
It'll be interesting. All right, guys, we are back on commercial here. We will see you momentarily. Well, we've got crazy Liv Morgan promo. Bro, this looks like a ritual.
At SummerSlam, I will complete the Liv Morgan revenge tour, but I beat Rhea Ripley, leave Dominic with whatever's left. His question, not me. Meanwhile, I'm standing in that ring. My heart race. I hear those three words.
And still.
Champion. Watch me.
Bro, that looked like a ritual. That. I've been with some girls like that. They're in some creepy shit, but
Burned it all up. Really prepare for that swerve. Swerve City.
I'm just saying, like you look at that thing with Rhea and Liv, that looked like a damn ritual, just burning stuff. If she would have thrown Michael Cole in there, I would have been scared. That would have been a virgin. They'd have completed the ritual. But I mean, think how over Dom is as a heel now. If he is responsible for Rhea not winning, the problem is the heat I don't think is going to go on Liv. Dominic is going to absorb all of that heat.
As if he already doesn't. I mean,
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So why not? Why not find more of a reason?
Ha! Oh, Pat McAfee, the calls. Rhea is not out there with Dom, though.
Nah. Not in what she was wearing.
What a Jeff, she hosted the show.
She's burning his merch, and he's out here showcasing to the crowd how bad he sucks.
I'm not sure if this match has a clear winner.
No, I definitely think Liv's going to come out.
Oh, I was thinking Braun, but
Braun?
yeah.
Like Dom wins via Braun?
No, I'm almost thinking maybe even a disqualification. So we keep
momentum with Sammy because he's not taking a loss.
True, yeah. But I'm trying to think of, I mean, I see where you're at now that you say it. I don't know if we see Liv and Rhea right now. But I'm really thinking we're seeing Dom cost Rhea the match.
I think like the big question is, though, is it going to be intentional? Or do you save that?
I think it's a slow build, slow burn.
Oh, yeah, more commercials. Said nobody ever. All right, guys. WWE has deemed it time for yet another flipping commercial. We will be back after this commercial.
Heated shenanigans, working stiffer than mannequins. Vader time like a mannequin. Mega powers, I'm savaging. Peep the babbling, got him shook off the verbal acumen. I'm the main event, meaning nobody coming after him. The topics we be tackling, ankle locking and tapping them. I hate seafood, but I might throw the Boston crab on him. You know sometimes it gets heated. You know sometimes it gets heated.
All right, welcome back, guys. We're finally back from the 900th commercial episode. Sammy and Dominic going at it still.
Wow.
That's a good cutoff.
Wow.
That's a brutal cutoff.
Oh my God. Scrambled his brains.
I will say Dominic has a very pretty tornado DDT.
Yeah. Definitely got that down pat for sure to make it pretty as can be. Trying to pull up our card here to see if we're forgetting anything.
Oh, we haven't touched on Nia and Bailey yet.
That's right.
And LA Knight and Logan Paul.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing this right during Sammy's comeback.
Hey, I was just trying to think of the predictions here.
You're 100% right, Dan. He did not learn that from his deadbeat father.
Well, Three Amigos. There you go. Or what did we say? Dom's illegitimate father? Is that it?
Look, that was the father that was there.
Look, I mean, if you kind of want to go there, it's like, well, Dom's pretty tall, so
That could have been Ray's kid. Tim Brown, welcome in, Tim. Bailey keeps the title. I would like that to happen. I would like to see Bailey keep it. I kind of think Nia is going to get the W though, and the only reason why I think that is Nia's been on such a tear since she's come back. The second run has been so good for Nia that I think she has earned a payoff to be the SmackDown Women's Champion. But Bailey very well could keep the belt. Would not be disappointed at all with that.
Oh wow,
DQ.
Not the DQ I thought. I figured we'd see Braun. But see, if Nia wins, then it can prolong that, if you will, where Tiffany is like not going to cash in because she's afraid to do it on Nia.
Dan, Nia sucks.
I don't think Nia's going to win, but
well, somebody's coming out. Oh, it's Jay. Boy, he barely cleared that top rope. Tim Brown going with LA Knight wins. I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Breakker is attacking Sami Zayn. But yeah, I don't want to use the term must win, but I strongly feel that oh my god! That kick! Dear God!
Oh, that was good.
Woo! They should have saved that for SummerSlam. Oh my goodness. Golly. Jeez. Oh, he couldn't get over. He couldn't get over.
That sucks.
Braun definitely winning on Saturday. Tim going with Punk wins.
I just want to see a replay of that. That jumped me out of my seat.
God, that kick.
What I was gonna say though was, yeah, LA Knight winning, but I think equally it would get. I think Logan Paul retaining in Cleveland would get a big pop, but LA Knight winning is gonna get a really, really big pop.
I think LA Knight's in a must win. Ooh, Wyatt promo. Should be Dexter Lumis's turn.
Still a man with a few words.
Man, looks like Kazarni.
They're under contract, right? So they can compete, is what they're telling me. Generally, that's not works for sure. My point is, next week on Raw, me and the Creed brothers versus those three freaks, 6-man tag.
Nick Aldis would have gave us that at SummerSlam. That's why he's a better GM. Nick Aldis would have took care of us.
Well, who was it that someone had suggested that they thought Nick Aldis somewhere down the line was going to end up
Well, did you not see
having
how?
a match against someone.
Did you see the way Nick Aldis reacted after they walked away? He said, "Be careful what you wish for."
Oh, Pierce, yeah.
Damn, so close getting that at SummerSlam. I don't like it too early for the Wyatts to wrestle. They better squash them. Yeah, I don't think this should be competitive. I understand you need competition, but Tim says SmackDown title changes hands. Oh, for God's sakes, another freaking commercial.
Hey, and their opponents aren't even out to the ring yet, so guess what? You're going to have another one during the match.
This is terrible.
And now I remember why I used to clean and do laundry most Mondays. A lot of in and out of the room.
Get an hour worth of commercial on a 3-hour show. Parker, what's going on? Good to have you in the chat. Adam Pearce will get fired. Due to what? What's going to get Adam fired? Also, guys, just a quick reminder, if you've not, please leave a like on the stream. Sharing is caring. Make sure to share the stream. And drop a comment. We do love the interaction, so please give your thoughts on SummerSlam, what's happening on Raw tonight. Lot to talk about. Lots already happened. We have Finn Balor versus Gunther for the main event. Do you like Bam Bam Bigelow, WWE guy? Yeah. Bam Bam was one of the best big men in pro wrestling history. I would have personally liked to have seen a Bigelow and Vader rivalry in wrestling history, like a meaningful rivalry between the two.
Yeah, it would have been good.
Dan, Raw formula, 15 commercials, 45 minutes of promos, 45 minutes of wrestling.
I think you called it there.
That might...
Pretty spot on.
God, I hope that's not how that really is, though. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but
So we cover all the bases for titles or matches at SummerSlam there.
I feel like there's one we didn't get to.
And there's a performance, right? We have a
Jelly Roll.
Jellycat, whatever.
I think he's going to do the pre-show.
Oh, I'd be okay if he did. I have no interest in that at all.
Are the Road Warriors still alive? Unfortunately, they have both passed away. 1.5 hours of commercials. Oh, God. Sadly, that's correct.
But I also know it's the best way to build your credit. As an entrepreneur, that's essential. So I got the Chime Credit Builder card. There's no annual.
Yeah, I think that's average.
My score's gone up over 100 points.
Unless we have an impromptu match at SummerSlam.
It can be hard to hide.
I wish they would add one in.
That's a solid.
We got 3 hours of this PLE.
7 matches.
But
And a performance.
being there live, no commercials, no filler, all action. And Dan, 100%, Joe Hendry. We believe in Joe Hendry.
We got
Love Joe.
a concert tomorrow, it said. Or American Bash. The Great American Bash. I thought that was tomorrow. Maybe it said in 2 weeks, actually.
Well, it might have been tomorrow. I lose track of the NXT pay-per-views. I really do.
I keep up with the show, but unless it's like, I think they've been doing a lot of their pay-per-views on Tuesdays.
Okay, I do have to say this. I love Pat McAfee, but the DLC of his co-host is ass.
Oh, we added in.
All of his co-hosts got DLC.
Oh, wow.
The part that sucks is that's going to be highly downloaded solely because of Pat.
Everybody's talking about a call, but let's go to the backstage, shall we? Don't even try to get by my guys, or I will.
Ultimate Warrior was last seen in the Hall of Fame before he died. Is that right? Ultimate Warrior died, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday after Raw. He made an appearance on Raw, and then Ultimate Warrior passed away shortly after that. Liv is winning because Gemini Dom at SummerSlam. It's so simple, boys.
We're talking about Geminis here?
Geminis, yeah.
I mean, your boy here is a Gemini.
Scorpio,
But, oh my.
Why is the screen froze on Dominic Mysterio?
And his messed up teeth there. Gameplay teeth.
Burn and break things that don't belong to you. You so badly want to be the victim and you live revenge through a fantasy. That's all it is. Fantasy.
Rhea's not winning. No.
The reality is that this Sunday at SummerSlam, your little revenge to it comes to an end. There's no more running. There's no more hiding. There's no more manipulating. You thought that I was brutal last time I attacked your shoulder. But that's what happens after I warned you multiple times to stay out of my business. Now you've not only 3 months of my career.
Rhea ain't winning. You're right there.
Cliche, by the way. But you've taken my championship. You've tried to manipulate my family, my Latino kids. You so badly want me to be the demon in your little fantasy dream. SummerSlam. It's time that I get my revenge.
If Rhea wins, I'm done with WWE. Damn. Not Rhea. I like Rhea. She's not winning, but I like her.
I think she's definitely going to put quite a beating on Liv.
Oh, yeah, that match will probably be 60-40.
En route to her losing because of Dom.
Name this group. What group are we naming?
Well, according to Zelina Vega, Sonya Deville's team is the Forehead Crew.
I was going to call Valkyrie's team catering.
All right. Well, they've been on here each week.
They've been, yeah. They've been there.
Yeah.
Not doing a lot, but they've been there. By the way, where the hell has Candice LeRae been? She started getting that heel push and then just
Who was she with?
disappeared faster than Ray did out of Dominic's life.
I'm trying to think of who she was with there before. Was she with Zoe Stark? Or did Zoe Stark just attack Candice LeRae?
I think she attacked.
Okay.
Find it funny, Sonya's getting top billing in this group.
Hey, long overdue, right?
Fair. What's Brett's favorite faction all time in WWE? I think I know the answer, but I'm going to see if I'm right.
I think I will tell you the first one that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately, as soon as you finish that, was going to say Evolution.
That is exactly what I was going to say.
Okay, well, high five there. I did grow up, though, loving the Nation, DX, and Ministry. Like, when those guys were all running around, I would say that I was definitely more of a DX fan above all else with it. Like, wearing the DX shirts to school and everything, but yeah, I mean, as all things change and those groups break up, yeah, I definitely was sporting the Evolution shirts all over school. Got yelled at for the one with the girl sitting in the martini glass. And I was like, this is the best shirt ever made.
The first time I met you, outside of school,
Okay.
outside of school, is we've known each other for decades.
I know where this is going.
You were coming over to play football with Zach Hewitt,
Okay.
and you had on the Paid Laden Maid T-shirt.
That's what you were saying.
You had on the Paid Laden Maid.
That shirt was probably worn so many times that the lettering started to fade.
Do you like Brody Lee, WWE guy? Yeah, absolutely. Brody Lee was amazing. Dan's favorite is DX. What's Scott's favorite faction of all time in WWE? I mean, Evolution was damn good. But I'm going to go with Degeneration X. I'm going to go with DX. I'll tell you this, though. Hunter knew how to have factions.
Absolutely.
That man ain't been in a bad faction.
So, if I may, let me ask this. Which version, if you had to pick, do you think you liked better?
Of DX?
The Triple H, Shawn, China, or the full group once Triple H took over?
I'd say the Triple H, Shawn, and China, because it was a more intimate group. Shawn was the established guy. Hunter was the mid-card guy. But Hunter definitely accomplished more after Shawn got out of the picture.
True.
He became the leader of the group. He benefited the most. But for what the era that they were in, Hunter was in the correct role.
Right.
But I'm going to go with DX. Is Luke Harper in the WWE Hall of Fame? No, he is not yet. Which women's superstar should have a mouthpiece to get over? It's a very good question.
Well, I will say, just throwing this out here, that speaking of a mouthpiece, they said, I believe, Jose, the assistant, or whatever he was in AEW,
Yep.
is a free agent. And you had made a comment that Zelina needs to get away from the LWO, so maybe that wouldn't be a bad fit for those two there, just thinking aloud, but I'm not vouching for him because I'm thinking of people in the company here.
I would say women that need a mouthpiece. Jade Cargill's not very good at cutting promos yet. I think there's a lot of money in a heel Jade Cargill when given the opportunity. I would like to see her to get a mouthpiece. Yes, Rick Rude was in DX. He appeared on Raw and Nitro at the exact same night. Yes, Rick Rude was in DX. He was the insurance policy for DX. I want to say it was before the Austin feud, right?
Oh yeah, because when that feud happened, it was just Triple H, China, and Shawn left. Yeah.
Do you like Clown Guy WWE? Are you talking about Doink? I love Doink. I'm sure at some point, if you're on independent wrestling, you've wrestled a version of Doink. I do like the matching gear now. They do look more teamy.
Yeah, didn't Sonya's team like take out Damage Control?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure I was right there. And we haven't seen them since.
Well, Asuka's hurt yet again.
Oh, I thought she was just still hurt.
No, she got hurt again. That's the bad part. Like, Damage Control is never going to reach the potential they could have had
due to injuries.
Tyson also in DX right after Rude left. Okay, that was the timeline. Because Rude went back to WCW. But he also had a stint in ECW. Do you like Boogeyman, WWE guy? Yeah, Boogie's good. I had the opportunity to meet him a couple of times. Boogie's a great guy. Very humble, very kind. Scary as hell, but good people.
Jeez.
I'm still thinking about Dan's comment of Sonya getting the top billing for this group. And to think Zoe was once Trish's heavy.
Oh, yeah, right? Look, almost forgot about that.
Well, to be fair, most of that Trish-Becky feud was forgettable until the final match. God, right in the small of her back.
Okay. I kind of liked all that just went down there. It's a lot of roll-ups with just kicks and to the back and face. I'm all about that.
It's crazy to think Casey, former girlfriend of Ricochet.
Right? I mean, she's like 90 pounds, but still.
Count to 50. She wasn't kicking out. Oh, that's why I think Triple H created the group of Sonya, Zoe, and Baszler since Damage Control was decimated by injuries. That is a very good point.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, they caught him healthy. Speaking of Damage Control, so switch.
Wondering if this might be added to SummerSlam. Maybe the pre-show. Oh my God. Nope. Sonya's out. Nope. Sonya's hurt. That was like a boot straight to the top of the head.
I thought they did the Shield thing at first.
Okay. Okay.
Last week, I offered Damien Priest the easy way out for the second time in a row. And his reaction was a reaction of a weak man. A reaction of a man that doesn't have control over his own emotions.
For a second, I thought Gunther was standing in an AEW ring.
Damien Priest doesn't have to pretend anymore. Because I exposed him for what he really is. An emotional wannabe
I'm kidding.
that abuses this great business.
There's somebody there.
Yeah. Oh, well. Sorry, I was looking at how it just went back to the ring general and just dropped the King of the Ring already. Like, yeah, you get your own contender shot. Just move on.
I used to look up to you. You used to be one of the greatest professional wrestlers in the world.
He sure as fuck ain't talking about Priest.
A world tag team champion. But let's be honest with you. You and I both know you were destined for much greater things. But ever since you decided to surround yourself with those Judgment Day Rhinos, you became just like what they are. Street trash. It's going to be my pleasure tonight to find out how much of the old Finn Balor is still left in you. And David Priest, I want you to know this. I will never forgive you for abusing this great sport to cover up your pathetic existence. After SummerSlam, you and the rest of the world will forever remember the day when the ring God saved this great sport and the world heavyweight championship.
Save us, Gunther. I don't think we give Gunther enough credit for those promo skills.
Oh, they're great. Absolutely.
And the crazy, like, Priest is not as good on the mic as what Gunther is. Because he straight up cooked that man on Raw a couple weeks ago. He verbally abused Damian Priest. Gunther rocking that schmedium shirt. Man.
Sometimes your work shit needs to be for more than just
Oh, we're at commercial again. All right, guys. We're going to pop out here while they're on commercial. We will see you here in a little bit.
So during the pandemic, that's when I started doing it, when TikTok became really popular with the dances. And my mom lived with me for a little while in my townhouse. And, you know, she was like obviously unemployed at the time because of COVID. So I would like throw my mom in a lot of these dances. So my mom just recently like actually said, she was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did these dances with you. She's like, I look terrible. How'd you make me do this? So I actually laughed because I would like force her to do them with me. So I'd say like those dances that I used to do, the ones that were really trendy, were a lot of fun. I did them like, I did some multiple times, which like, I don't know. And some of them when I just watch, I'm just like, ooh, they're a little cringe, but I think it's funny. And I think people could relate to that as well. Cause like they may look at me and think that I'm more like serious and I'm not really like, you know, that's a good question. I'd have to think. I don't know. I feel like I have so much of my gear. Maybe the pink one with Dana Brooke. I think I don't know if I have that one, but we were told that right after we wore that like they didn't approve that gear for some reason. I don't know why, but it wasn't really that flashy anyway. But it was just something they just didn't like. So we were like, all right, cool. But like we literally just got it made and we were like, oh, that's a waste of money. That's a good question. I'd have to think. I don't know. I feel like I have.
WWE was my developmental. And I think a lot of people thought that was like a dig at WWE or an insult towards them, but it wasn't. Because I believe that WWE set me up for this run right now. It taught me all the things that I need to know to be the number one guy on the indies. So if anybody says like, oh, he's just an ex-WWE guy, I'm fucking proud of that. I was there for over a decade, did a lot of fucking cool things. I believe I changed the business with Z True Long Island story. I maybe when I die, I'll finally get credit for it. But, I'm not insulted by that ex-WWE guy. And you never know. Maybe one day I will end my career there. I always thought I would be a WWE lifer, but I needed to get released. I needed to go away. It needed to happen, and it did. And now look, 2022, independent wrestler. I don't care. WWE was my developmental. And I think a lot of people thought that was like a dig at WWE or an insult towards them, but it wasn't. Because I believe that WWE set me up for this run right now. It taught me all the things that I need to know to be the number one guy.
All right, here we go.
うちらはずっと一緒にやってきてるのに、あいつらたったの数週間 WWE でダメージコントロールを超えるチームは他にいない。Had been. The only reason they've been running the place is because we've been gone. And now that damage control is back, it's time to reestablish a certain order of things around here. Matter of fact, how about this? Sonia, you and me in the ring next week. Let's see how long your little social club lasts after I cut the head off the snake. We'll have to defer to Adam Pearce on that one, but this damage control certainly knows what they want.
Just keeping extra stories going right past SummerSlam, though.
I mean, I like how they're building past SummerSlam.
Next week in Baltimore here on Sci-Fi SummerSlam coming Saturday in Cleveland, and our buddy Jelly Roll going to be performing at Song Live as part of SummerSlam this coming Saturday. It's an absolute banger, and Jelly Roll is better live than even on any of the music. Please keep He is a phenomenal performer, and we know Vince is going to be hosting SummerSlam. Unfortunately, we got Jeff Hardy connected by our one-on-one Seth Rollins, the special guest referee. He said it's his rules, or you get the hell out.
Could they have found smaller graphics for SummerSlam?
Yeah, they gotta show all the city, mate. I'm like squinting over here though.
Gotta grab my cheaters just to see.
In his hometown, Logan Paul, the queen of the ring.
They could do Nia wins. You get Queen Nia versus Charlotte. Because Charlotte's close to a return.
The queen versus the queen. Could see.
And then Tiffany cashes in.
Did Nia ever win the title before? Like,
Surely she did. Chat, D, you're in the chat. Has Nia ever been women's champion? No, they're going to be acknowledging the tribal chief on the way out.
Taking on Damian Priest in Cleveland for the World Heavyweight Championship. The card is stacked. SummerSlam theater.
Card is stacked. Could get one more match on there.
I told you this was going to happen. Come on. We're going to see some content. He's got to go on. Wait. On second thoughts, we all got in this mess together. Well, let's wait till after SummerSlam, and we'll get out of this mess together. All right? Yeah, I agree. You're right. But we need to focus on SummerSlam, okay? And I'm just going to say it again. Yeah. If you need any help with Gunther tonight, we got you.
Just say the word, man.
How many times have I won this? We at SummerSlam, you're going alone. Damien at SummerSlam, you're going alone. So tonight, I got to step up and I got to go alone. No.
Hey,
That's not what we made like this.
yeah, it's not like that, dude. Look, our problem is go. I don't trust that he's not going to try to do something stupid. But as your brother, I know you can handle it. Go out there and show who you are. That's your brother.
I'm going to soften. So good push those out. That's SummerSlam.
Sorry.
Dude say he's gonna go it alone, but JD's like right behind him. Did I not understand that promo?
maybe you just walk him to the ring. That's all. Or to Gorilla.
Yeah, Rick Rude is in the Hall of Fame. Bliss crashed the Money in the Bank on Nia. Cashed the Money in the Bank on Nia after defended against Ronda. Okay. She's a one-time Raw Women's Champion, two-time Women's Tag Champion. I love the theme music for Gunther.
He is a machine.
Time for commercial. Lovely. Love that. All right, guys. We'll see you in a little bit. And we're back.
But the Hardys were working TNA. So I don't know where their relationship is on that.
I'm a huge fan of that tag team. Specifically the one on the left, that's the right.
So when is Jade turning on Bianca?
I would say probably closer to WrestleMania.
You think so? That's where the match is going to go down?
I think so.
It's kind of sad. I feel like whoever's got the tag titles don't just get to have like a non-title match. They just get told, hey, you're going to go defend these now. Like, that's just it.
Andre North from Fort Worth, Texas, in your house. What's going on? Thank you for joining us. We're happy to have you in here with us. How's things down there in Fort Worth, Texas? Just so we're clear, he did say he's going this alone. Okay, so there's no JD. Right?
No JD.
I'm watching Raw. It's doing good over here in Fort Worth. Good, good. Got some family from the Texas area, from Lake Jackson. None from Fort Worth. I've only heard great things about Texas. I've never had the opportunity to visit. Brett, have you ever been to Texas?
I've been to Texas.
You have?
A few times. Yep.
What part did you go to?
I went down to San Antonio like five years in a row or so there. One of my close friends moved down there from Lafayette.
Okay.
So we'd go down and visit, and actually it was more like a working vacation, go down and do a little bit of work as well.
Did you work a show?
So looked into it a couple of times. One of the first times I was down there, the timing that I was there, so I was only there for like a week or two. The shows had either like been upcoming or already passed. And then there was another time where I had found a show.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all booked. Found another one that was like an hour out, and don't know that it would have been to my credibility, if you will. I think everybody there was wearing t-shirts and looked like they were doing maybe a backyard show. So I just passed on that. But yeah, San Antonio was nice. Got to visit Corpus Christi and a few other spots. Trying to think. Dallas. I was in Dallas a few times as well.
Oh, Dre'd be happy to hear that. He loves Dallas. Hey, Sky, you need to apply for press pass for SummerSlam. I thought about it. Thought it definitely crossed my mind. 14 minutes left in Raw, 3 more commercial breaks. That might be too low. Finn is straight up wrestling in Nikes. What a kick. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Dan, when you're right, you're right. Another set of commercials.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back. All right, we are back for the final 9 minutes, 8 minutes left of Raw. Should be no more commercials. I'd be very sad if there was.
Good Lord.
Gunther's annihilating Finn Balor. Where is this at?
Tonight.
The presser?
What's that?
Is it a presser?
Ow.
This is a pretty solid main event.
Submission move here. Balor trying to drag himself from the bottom rope and force him away. If the tip away, the grabs it, Gunther's going to break the hold. Phenomenal force strength from Finn Balor to be able to get to the lower rope there. I thought Gunther was about to snap him.
Friday, Cleveland, Ohio, SmackDown.
Right to the back. Just a little shot to the back. Just a little wasted motion by Gunther. Everything he does has purpose. Punish the opponent, wear the down.
I do commentary. They really have been putting Gunther over strong.
That talk was heard all the way in Minneapolis, Cole. We've waited all night for that. And here, Gunther with Balor.
I mean, he's definitely getting one of the heavyweight titles soon enough. If it's not at SummerSlam. If he doesn't win at SummerSlam, I could almost see him winning the Rumble.
I think 100% if Gunther doesn't win at SummerSlam, he's winning the Rumble. I don't think there's a more likely candidate.
I feel like if the people who end up being like one of the last few in there, then I think he had a strong.
Gunther wasn't in the Rumble this last year,
Well, he
was he?
wasn't this last year. He wasn't.
No, he
Oh,
was.
yeah, title defense. Yeah.
Gunther slowly making his back to his feet. Never Balor off.
Oh.
And sleeper will lock it on Balor. Gunther looking to wear Balor down. Balor with nowhere to go.
I was going to go for that. Oh, good counter.
Oh, what a shot.
Do you see the chest?
And again, it is a sleeper.
Well, this is the first time they've ever wrestled each other, too.
He's going to put him to sleep.
Speaking of deep, a rear naked choke under the Irish cheetah thing. When he was out there, like Patty Finland had old buddy this weekend. Balor, think around with an EDP.
No. Oh.
No, we're not defending half the tag titles.
Big clothesline out of Gunther.
Who's got that fast championship? Or the fast championship?
I have no idea.
Do you think Damian Priest comes out, though?
Maybe after, but man. If he continues a beatdown after, then definitely. But not till the conclusion. I don't think we're seeing anybody till this is over.
Oh, we got 4 minutes left, and they normally go home a little early on Raw. You don't see the European uppercut very often. Underutilized strike.
Hey man, I throw one in every one of my matches because of that exact reason.
As you should.
And maybe a little because of Randy. You know, saw him do it a time or two.
He doesn't do that sick backbreaker anymore, though.
Oh yeah, man.
He hasn't done that in probably 10 years.
Sad that I didn't realize that. That move was nasty.
It was a beautiful cut off that backbreaker Orton had. There's no way in hell Gunther is losing this match. Dan, Gunther was in the 2024 Rumble.
This is the deepest that Gunther's had locked up. And Finn Balor starting to fade, or at least it looked like he was. Now he's trying to get back for vertical base.
He's got to hit this powerbomb. I'm going to say he's tried it like 3 times.
Body weight of Gunther was on top of Finn. And now Gunther again.
Eliminated by Cody.
Again?
It's been the trajectory of his career.
Because that was in 23.
Nowhere to go. Official chat right there.
They're getting close on time.
Now they're trying to break them.
Have to check that out later.
Think Finn Pass is out here? Probably.
He has been doing the...
It's over.
He's been doing the sleeper a lot this match.
Put him back in the sleep. Yeah! Shoo!
Throwing bombs.
Comes out here and just starts throwing balls.
Gunther is 100% winning at SummerSlam. This dude's getting his ass whooped. Not trying to push that prime out of the way. Yeah, hit that ass tasting energy drink.
All the cart.
Getting the hell out of there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this live stream. The go home to SummerSlam for Monday Night Raw. Guys out there, take care. And we will see you on the next stream, which will be coming up Friday night. Actually, no. We will not be streaming. We will not be streaming Friday. We will be at we'll be in Cleveland. So everybody out there, take care, and we will see you guys on the next episode.